They say you never realize the value of something until it's gone. And for Song Joong-ki, that truth came crashing down like a tidal wave when news broke that Song Hye-kyo, his former love, his once-in-a-lifetime partner, was expecting a child. But the twist, it wasn't his. Stay with us as we dive deep into the emotional turmoil, heartbreak, and shocking aftermath of the revelation that left the world speechless. Before we unravel this heart-wrenching story, don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss another moment in the dramatic lives of your favorite stars. The moment the headlines lit up with the announcement that Song Hye-kyo was pregnant, fans were stunned. Not just because she had kept it private for so long, but because of what it meant for Song Joong-ki, the man who once stood beside her at the altar, promising forever. The man who had once called her the love of his life. And now, the man who had to find out through the internet that she was carrying someone else's child. Song Joong-ki was in the middle of promoting his latest film overseas when a reporter, innocently enough, asked him how he felt about the news of Song Hye-kyo's pregnancy. The question caught him completely off guard. His face, composed just seconds before, paled in real time. He blinked, lips parting slightly as if the words had been sucked out of him. He hadn't known. No one had told him. Not his team. Not mutual friends. Not even Hye-kyo. Cameras captured the moment. Fans noticed the subtle tremble in his hand as he reached for a bottle of water. The forced smile he gave before excusing himself from the interview. And that was it. The man who always held himself with composure walked off without another word. It didn't take long for the internet to explode. Clips of his reaction were replayed everywhere, dissected in slow motion with captions like, "Heartbreak in real time," and "He still loves her." But what no one knew at the time was just how deeply the news shook him. Behind the scenes, friends close to him revealed he locked himself in his hotel room for hours, ignoring calls and skipping the rest of the day's press activities. He was heartbroken, not because she moved on, but because it finally hit him. He had lost her, really lost her. There would be no second chances, no late-night phone calls reminiscing about the past, no possible reunion down the line. She was about to be someone's mother. She had built a new life without him. And for Joong-ki, that was the final nail in a coffin he had refused to believe was sealed. To understand the weight of this moment, we have to rewind to where it all began. The fairy tale, the dream, the phenomenon that was the Song couple. Their chemistry and descendants of the sun wasn't just on-screen magic. It was real, electric. The way they looked at each other, even behind the scenes, sparked endless fan theories before their relationship was confirmed. And when it finally was, the world rejoiced. Two of the most beloved stars in Korea had found each other in the midst of fame, pressure, and expectation. Their wedding was breathtaking, a celebration of love that transcended the industry. But as quickly as the dream began, it began to unravel. The divorce, announced in 2019, shocked everyone. The reasons were vague. Irreconcilable differences. Privacy was requested. Rumors swirled, but neither of them spoke harshly about the other. They simply walked away. Except, some wounds don't close cleanly. And for Song Joong-ki, that wound quietly festered beneath the surface. He threw himself into work, into roles that stretched his emotional limits. He moved abroad for a while, distancing himself from memories that were too painful to revisit. But no matter where he went, he couldn't escape her shadow. Every magazine cover she graced, every endorsement she landed, every moment she smiled on camera. He saw it all. And though he never said it out loud, he missed her, regretted losing her, wondered if he could have done more to hold on. But he remained silent. Until now, following the news of her pregnancy, Joong-ki reportedly reached out to a close friend and broke down in tears. "I thought I had more time," he confessed. "I thought maybe one day we'd talk again. Maybe we'd laugh again. But now she's gone." That same friend told the press anonymously that Joong-ki had never truly moved on. Yes, he dated. Yes, he kept smiling for the cameras. But deep inside, a part of him still belonged to Song Hye-kyo. As for Hye-kyo, she had stayed remarkably private about her personal life since the divorce. Her pregnancy was never publicly confirmed, until a leaked photo showed her in a loose dress, gently holding her growing belly, standing beside a man whose face was carefully turned from the camera. The man, later identified as a businessman from outside the entertainment industry, had reportedly been quietly dating her for over a year. And still, she never spoke publicly. No press releases. No statements. Just a peaceful smile in the photo that said everything. She was happy. She was moving forward. But what hurt Joong-ki the most wasn't just the fact that she was pregnant. It was that she hadn't told him. Not a message. Not a call. Nothing. It was as if their past, their love, the marriage they once fought for, had been erased. And maybe that's what made it real. She had closed the chapter. Moved on. While he was still holding the book open, hoping for a different ending. He posted a photo on Instagram shortly after the news broke. No caption. Just a sunset. Dark clouds slowly parting. A single ray of light breaking through. Fans flooded the comments, some heartbroken for him, others telling him to stay strong, that love would find him again. But those who knew him best understood. This was grief. This was goodbye. Rumors began swirling that Joong-ki would step back from the spotlight for a while, cancel upcoming interviews, reevaluate his next projects. And in a rare moment of vulnerability, he reportedly told his manager, "Let me feel this. Let me break. I owe her that much." But here's the thing about heartbreak. It can crush you, or it can shape you. And Song Joong-ki, even in his pain, was learning something important. That some regrets never go away. That some loves never die. And that sometimes the most painful thing is not the loss itself, but the realization that you had everything and let it slip through your fingers. In a private gathering a few weeks later, Joong-ki was seen sitting quietly, sipping tea, looking out at the ocean. A friend approached him and said, "You okay?" He paused, then gave a half smile and said, "No, but I will be, because life moves forward. Even when our hearts beg for a rewind button, even when we replay moments over and over in our heads, wondering what we could have said differently." He may never get the chance to hold her hand again, to hear her laugh at his jokes late at night, or to dream of their future together. But he will carry the lessons, the memories, the beauty of their time together. And somewhere deep in his soul, he knows she was his once-in-a-lifetime. And losing her? That will always be his greatest regret. Yet, if there's anything Song Joong-ki has taught his fans through the years, it's that strength doesn't mean never breaking. It means rising after you do. He may be heartbroken, but he is still standing. And in time, perhaps, he will find peace. So as fans continue to send their love and support to both Song Joong-ki and Song Hye-kyo, one thing is certain. This story, though filled with heartbreak, is also a reminder. A reminder to cherish what you have, to speak your truth while you can, and to never take for granted the people who make your heart feel like home. Because one day the door might close, and when it does, the silence it leaves behind can echo louder than any goodbye. Thank you for watching. Be sure to subscribe for more emotional stories like this one, and let us know in the comments. Do you believe Song Joong-ki